I think that's great.
So, guys, this is part 2, sports interview with my friend Leo. We're going to recap SummerSlam and what we thought about it. So, what do you think about SummerSlam this year?
Well, thanks for having me back on, but I guess I'll answer about SummerSlam. I thought SummerSlam was excellent. It kind of blew me away.
Yeah.
I watched most of night 1 live, and a little bit of night 2. I gotta say, looking at my original predictions in the first interview, I was wrong on almost everything.
There were some that I was wrong and everything, but got 9 right, and then 9 wrong. Well, no, 9 right, 5 wrong, and I'm like, okay. I thought Jelly Roll and Orton were gonna win, but nope, they lost. But like Cena and Cody was really good, and I was shocked Brock Lesnar came back.
That's a big one. Yeah.
I had a feeling he was gonna return, but I didn't think it was gonna happen after Cena.
Yeah, I gotta say, I guess we'll kind of go through my thoughts on the matches, and I gotta say, the main event of night 1, Gunther versus Punk. I thought, my prediction was Gunther was gonna win.
Yeah.
I didn't think they'd give it to Punk. I kind of knew they wouldn't pull the trigger on a CM Punk championship reign until later. So I was kind of thinking, like, we could have Punk win, and then that's it. But then Seth Rollins came out. Turns out his entire injury was fake.
Yeah.
That really shocked me.
That kind of pissed me off a little too, because I like Rollins, but also I like Punk, and Rollins was champion for a long time, and I want Punk to win, and it's like, come on. And then when Punk won, I was like cheering, I was screaming, and I was like going crazy. And then when I hear Seth's music, I was like, oh crap. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. And then boom, Seth comes out, and then I'm like, and then I hear Seth say, keep it while you hold it while you last, and keep it while you hold it. And I was like, what the heck was that all about? And then boom, literally it's like, what?
Yeah, I thought for a second, he came out with the crutches. I thought, oh, they're just teasing it. Maybe he's going to cash in. Then he pulls them out, and he's a star.
Yeah.
I thought Bronson and Bron were going to win because, Seth's injured, give them a big win. They lost, which is good. I think Roman should win. I think Roman's the biggest star still.
Yeah, he is.
Then it came down to it, and Seth was out there, he cashed in. Really exciting television, and he pinned Punk.
Yeah.
That was the end of night 1. I guess other standouts from night 1, like kind of thinking about it, I think Jelly Roll, he was okay. He's an okay wrestler.
He showed how tough he was.
Yeah, he definitely has it in him to kind of work that.
Yeah.
I think Logan Paul as well.
Even though I can't stand him.
I think both of them are really talented. And I'm really happy to see more faces in wrestling.
Yeah, totally.
So I think that was all good. Going on to like night 2, I guess there's a bit more to talk about.
Yeah.
I think SummerSlam was kind of like sorry for WrestleMania, because WrestleMania wasn't too good.
It wasn't.
Bad ending. Too many things involved, and it just didn't really work out.
That's true.
But SummerSlam, a lot more focused. I think Triple H, I think WWE and the executives, they sat down and they're like, we got to give something great. We got to put on a show for the second time. SummerSlam, I saw the colors as well. Like, it was orange and blue. They went back to that in the second night. I really liked that. But starting off with the first match, which I believe was the women's match, if I'm not mistaken.
I think Rhea, Io, and Naomi
was a pretty good match.
And then Naomi retained.
Yeah. I did predict Naomi was going to retain. I thought she was she's worth pulling the trigger on. She's been there long enough that I want to see her have a good reign. Yeah. I think Rhea and Io. I like Rhea. I think Io versus Rhea is a bit overdone right now because heading into WrestleMania they're feuding. But looking next and who the next champion's going to be, I think maybe Rhea is going to take it from her. Yeah. I don't see them going again with Rhea. She got her shine against Bianca. Yeah, and she did. Past that, there was a lot of gimmick matches. The ladder match, I think, was a huge standout.
Yeah, the Wyatt 6. Even though I didn't watch it, but I saw clips of it, And I was like, my God, I could not believe how crazy it was and how Wyatt Six retained.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I'll tell you that. I was expecting maybe Gargano would win, maybe
or the New Day.
Oh, the New Day. I forgot they were in a match.
I think they were in that match.
The Motor City Machine Guns could have won. And also Andrade versus Fanatics. I think they're a really entertaining team. I thought they were going to beat Fanatics and Pentagon, but they didn't do that. They did Andrade and Fanatics. So I was definitely pretty happy with that.
Yep.
Are those your groceries?
Yeah. Let me just.
I'll let you.
Let me pause. Thank you.
Yo, we're filming a sports interview. So we got another fan.
What's up? Oh, Cody. Yeah. What's going on? Yeah. What's going on, Cody Road?
Yeah.
We fuck with Cody. Yeah. Have a good night, man.
You too. Yeah, we can even keep that all.
Of course.
Or it's a new one, I think.
Yeah, no. I recorded.
We can do a little bit more.
Of course. I don't think we were done just yet, but.
And also, guys, we're going to be also discussing about Leo's reaction to Night 2, and we already discussed Naomi, Rhea, and oh my goodness, Naomi, Rhea, and Io. Honestly, I thought Io or Rhea was going to win. I really thought they were going to win, but I'm happy Naomi won. But also, it's like Naomi is not my favorite. She attacked Jade and everything.
I'm surprised Jade hasn't gotten a championship yet.
Yeah, she hasn't.
I don't know if she's gonna get one soon. To be honest, I think she's her wrestling is okay. I think she's a great star.
Yeah.
You too, man.
You too.
Have a great night. Yep, 100%. Thank you, man.
You were saying about Jade.
I like Jade. I think her AEW run. You know, I'm a big AEW fan. I can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
I definitely think like she felt more of like a Goldberg. I feel like now she feels like Jade herself. But the issue is like I just haven't really seen her do anything of like real note since the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
She kind of like has trouble making those huge moments. I feel.
That's true.
But she's definitely a great star.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Honestly, I was happy Tiffany won. I predicted Jade was gonna win, but then I was like, I had a weird feeling Tiffany was gonna do something to win. And then she won, and I was like, yep, I knew she was gonna win.
Hey Tommy, how are you?
And then we and then I think the match after that, I'm trying to remember which one wasn't. Oh, Dominic versus AJ. That was not my favorite match.
Really?
It was not. I had a feeling Dominic was gonna win, but I predicted AJ was gonna win. And it's like, AJ is gonna retire at 50, he announced. And it's like, I just could not believe it. What do you think about that one?
Well, I'm surprised it was Dominic who won. I thought AJ could have won, but they're clearly trying to make Dominic, you know, a new star, like, you know, going into this next year. Because Dominic's still young. He could be a good face of WWE, just like his father. But, like, with AJ Styles, I want to see a Styles and Cena match. I want to see AJ, you know, and Cena kind of lace it up.
Yeah.
But we're getting Cena versus Logan Paul at Clash in Paris.
Yeah.
And we're also going to get Cena versus Lesnar, potentially at Survivor Series. We don't know yet.
That or Crown Jewel, that's what I heard.
Oh, it actually is very like that, Crown Jewel.
Yeah. And honestly, when Cody, I was happy when Cody's entrance came out. I really thought Cody was going to turn heel, but then I was like, I don't think they're going to make him turn heel unless he loses.
Yeah, let's talk about that match. I think Cena versus Rhodes, it was rated 5 stars, fully deserves it. I think best match so far is Cena's heel.
Yeah, I think it's the match of the year, honestly.
Yeah.
If they don't rate it as match of the year, I'm going to be so mad if they don't.
The story going into it was pretty much the face of the old WWE.
Yeah.
The old baby face, like the old, like, John Cena carried the company on his back for 10 years. And then you see someone like Cody, who's that new blood, that fresher face, kind of have to overcome that adversity. And I thought that was super compelling. Yeah. I thought seeing Cody, like, kick out of, like, I think it was 5 AAs. Yeah. I think Cena hit him with a Super AA too. I thought Cena was going to retain when he hit the Super AA.
Yeah, I really thought so too. And then when Cody won, I was like, did they really have to do that to Cena? But also I was like, okay, yeah, I understood why. And then when you saw Cody and John have that moment where John gave it to Cody and immediately just passed him the torch, I was like, I knew it immediately. And it's like Cody and John have so much respect for each other. And it's like, I loved it where we saw John come out. It started with the all black, and then all of a sudden, all his lights came out. I was like, finally, the John Cena we know is back.
The John Cena we knew and loved.
Yeah.
Like, that is peak John Cena. That is, I was 14, 15 watching John Cena on my TV, like with my dad, and that's the John Cena I remember. That's the one I got action figures of.
Yeah.
And like, that's the one I looked up to. Hustle, loyalty, respect.
Yeah.
And just performing every night, every day. Day in, day out, one of the greatest performers of our time.
Yeah.
And to see him, bring that all back, especially against Cody, I think that was amazing.
Yeah. And he got the best out of John Cena.
Definitely.
He got literally the best John Cena he could fight. And it's like, at least it wasn't the heel Cena. I thought his heel run was alright, but I'm just like, put him back as usual. So I'm just like, come on. And then when we saw, like, when they did that tribute to Hulk Hogan, despite all his political views, it was sad to hear that Hulk Hogan passed away and, like, everything. And then when they did that tribute at SummerSlam and on Raw and SmackDown with all of them doing the 10 rings, and playing his theme music, I loved it. It's like, I sent my condolences to his family, but it's like this. It's like with Hulk Hogan, I understand people don't like him for a lot of things that he's done, but still, he was an amazing wrestler. And I loved it when they did that tribute at SummerSlam for him.
Rest
his
in
son's
peace, Hulk
there.
Hogan. Rest in peace.
Even though
he had some controversy surrounding him.
Yeah.
I won't disregard that.
Yeah.
However, he was an American icon. Like,
yeah.
You look back 60s, 70s, this
Yeah.
is
My mom knew about him. I met him at Fan Fest last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to meet him. That's excellent.
He was really nice. He was like, I was online to meet CM Punk, and Drew had came over to my side. And at first I didn't realize Drew was right next to where my line was. He walked past my line, and I'm like, wait a minute, that can't be Drew McIntyre. He walks past me, and he stops right in front of me. I'm like, what the f-? In my head, I was like, what the heck? Why is Drew standing right next to me? And Drew and me had a full-on conversation for maybe 3 minutes while I was online for Punk. And he was like, just be yourself and don't let anybody take advantage of you. And I was like, and I thanked Drew McIntyre. People have asked me why I didn't get it on video. But in my head, it's like, I was there, I was in the moment, I don't care. I'm not getting this on video. And then when I met Punk, I saw Drew pick up this kid that wanted an autograph and everything, gave him an autograph on everything, and then picked him up and took a photo with him and his family. I love it when people say Drew's mean. I'm like, he's not mean. He's funny, and he's a good person.
Yeah, his character's mean. But he's definitely a great person.
Yeah.
I want to see him, at the top again, but it just doesn't seem like there's the space for him. Maybe he'll beat Rollins for the title.
Maybe.
I think he can very likely be the person who does it, but I don't know, man. It's in the future.
Yeah, and plus when I met Hulk Hogan, I was online to meet LA Knight. Hulk Hogan had just came out from the talking to fans and all their stuff. And all of a sudden I hear his theme of some music. I'm like, holy crap, that's Hulk Hogan coming. And then he walks past my line and he stops right in front of me. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Is this the immortal Hulk Hogan right next to me? I lost for words for a minute. And I was just shocked. I couldn't say anything. And then all of a sudden, when I see Hulk Hogan, he's like, what's up, brother? And I was like, oh my God.
Oh, if you could excuse me, I'm getting a call from
totally.
My friend this minute.
Yeah, totally.
Hello?
Totally.
Hey, I'm being interviewed right now. Is there anything you need? Oh, that was earlier when I called you. Alright, mister, I'll see you when I see you. Have an excellent night.
Totally, I understand. And plus, when I met Hulk Hogan, he was like, "What's up, brother?" And then I was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "I'm a big fan of you, and I like your merch, and I like your Real American theme song." And he's like, "Thanks." And we were like having a full-on conversation for like 10 minutes. And he was so kind to his fans. I loved it. Despite all the adversity and everything that he has gone through, and everything that he's done, and his political views, he's amazing with his fans. He was like, he immediately said, "Do you want an autograph on anything?" I was like, "No autograph, it's okay." And he's like, "Do you want a photo?" He takes his phone out and takes a selfie with me on his phone while I was online. And fans were looking at me like, "You just met Hulk Hogan even though you didn't pay to meet him." And I admit, the fans, they charge a lot to meet the fans. He didn't even charge me for anything. And I was like, "Oh my god." But what do you think about Hulk Hogan, honestly?
Well, hearing your story, that's really interesting. I'm happy you got to meet him and you got to speak with him. And honestly, like, that's a legend. And you got to see him, he got to speak with you. I'm wondering, like, do you remember, like, what you guys spoke about?
I remember we actually talked about, like, I told him I'm working out a lot to lose weight and everything. And I asked him, "What would you do?" And he said, "Just eat your vegetables, eat healthy, and be in the gym, and also get a good night's sleep." And when he said that, I was like, "Okay, I'll do that." And then I also told him that I saw a commercial that you're gonna be at the RNC. I said, and he's like, "You gonna?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Yep." And he's like, "It's gonna be cool, but I love just meeting the fans." And I'm like, I asked him, despite all the things, what is your favorite thing about your career? He's like, "Just being with the fans." And he immediately was like, "What's up, brother?" And then he's like, "What are you gonna say when the Hulk Hogan beats your butt, brother?" And I was like, "Oh my god." And people were like, "You should have gotten out the video." I'm like, "No, I was there. I was meeting him. I was just talking to him." My mom was online, even though she doesn't like wrestling, but she respects how they were all great leaders. That week, and that I met Hulk Hogan, LA Knight, Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, Drew, Bayley, who else was it? Cody, I said, Punk, and I said Drew, and I also met Jeff McNeil and Pete Alonso there at Fan Fest last year. It was really cool to meet them, because it's like, I understand there are a lot of wrestlers that do it for the money and everything, but like when you meet these wrestlers and you meet your fans, you make a big impact on them, honestly. What do you think about it?
That's been inspirational, and I'm really happy that you had that experience.
Yeah.
You also asked me what I think about Hulk Hogan, and like, I guess I'll answer that now. Hulk Hogan is a character, a prolific icon of not only wrestling history, but American history.
Yeah.
And I am aware of his political views and his endeavors and everything, and I don't think that takes away from the fact that back in the 80s, back in the 90s, he had stadiums of people shout his name. He had his song, The Real American, portraying American values, and in a time like the 2020s where it's hard to find an American identity, someone like him holds his ideals and values very strong and very close to himself. So I'm definitely I'm not gonna call myself a fan, just because I wasn't around to see him, and I'm definitely gonna say I love his work. I'd like to separate the art from the artist. I am aware, there's even more controversy. He's a very controversial guy.
Yeah, totally.
Like Hogan versus Rock, that was a legendary match.
I saw that video of that match. Oh my god, I loved it where The Rock was about to beat him, and then Hulk Hogan caught him. And he's like, "No, you're not gonna get me," and then does that to him. I was like, "Oh my god, he just beat The Rock."
And when he was hulking up, the entire crowd looking at him, and it was excellent. I think WWE, a different part, it's kind of like a peak. I don't know if we're gonna go back to those days where we had really invested audiences, really invested crowds. Nobody was kind of on their phone or anything.
Yeah.
And everyone had signs. Everybody had that.
Yeah.
And like obviously stuff today isn't all bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's not to say that today's wrestling is shitty, but like definitely there's something to be said about that old classic, 90s WWE, the Attitude Era, and even Ruthless Aggression. Like, we had Lesnar, Cena, Orton, we had Michaels, Taker. We had
Rock,
Triple H, The Rock, we had Stone Cold, we had Vince.
Also.
Like, it was just a way more stacked. Like,
Yeah.
now I don't feel that same star power because I feel like, we have Roman Reigns, we have, hey Chris, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
How you doing? We have, doing good. We have, Uso, I like it.
A car show tomorrow?
I think so.
Am I okay parked here or do I have to move?
I actually don't know. To be honest with you, I think. To be safe, maybe move it just so you don't get blocked out. But I haven't heard anything about the car show. To be honest with you.
It's all a big mystery.
Oh.
Why should they tell us anything?
Yeah. And we have Jimmy Uso also, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Drew, Sheamus still. Oh my goodness. I saw Sheamus tonight on Monday Night Raw, and I still can't believe he's wrestling.
Oh,
and it's
wow.
like, wow.
Yeah, Sheamus has had a great career.
Yeah.
I love Sheamus versus Gunther versus Drew
Bron
McIntyre.
Breakker, too.
Oh, Breaker.
Oh,
Amazing
yeah.
star.
We had Bron Breakker versus Sheamus and Ludwig. And also, I remember Drew versus Sheamus versus Gunther, and then Gunther retained, and it was like, I really couldn't believe it. And honestly, I do think SummerSlam was the biggest, and it was cool to see they brought Hulk Hogan's son there, Nick Hogan. It was really cool to see him and see all the signs that say Hulkmania will be forever known in WWE. I loved it when you see the fans do that and everything. Because it's, even despite all the things about him, he was still one of the biggest people that brought WWE to be big and everything. Honestly.
I agree.
Yeah. And plus, when Brock's music hit, I was like, oh my god. I really could not believe it. Immediately. And then when I saw him come out, I was like, damn, he got bigger. Brock really got big.
He's a monster. He's the beast. Like, I actually want to take some time to just talk about Brock Lesnar. His return, genuinely shocking.
Yeah.
I stopped watching. My dad called me and he's like, Brock Lesnar's on, and I came back. I kind of rushed back. I saw him come back. I saw him looking like a beast. He's in great shape, and like with the beard, and he looked like a Viking. He looked like an actual killer. Like, he went in there, he F5'd Cena. And then, like, I was like, oh shit, it's like, they're looking to do some pretty big stuff.
Yeah.
And I want to go back and just kind of talk about, 2010's Brock Lesnar, like prime Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And his match with Cena where he took off his glove and started beating him, and that was an excellent match. And also his match versus Randy Orton, where you get those, like, clubbing, like the 12 to 6 elbows. I was taken aback from that match.
Yeah.
And I think, like, I was like 12 when I watched that, and I was like, holy shit, he's beating up for real.
Yeah.
And I like that aura that, like, Brock brings. He's a legitimate badass. He can beat up most people in the world.
Totally.
And his, like, he's super underrated just in wrestling. I think he's one of the greatest wrestlers ever.
Yeah.
I would definitely place him in my top 5.
Yeah, totally.
I think his match against Daniel Bryan, that was also excellent.
Yeah.
His match against
Cena.
Yeah, that one I already mentioned. But his matches against Cena and Rollins, that was also really good.
And plus Roman versus Brock.
Yeah.
Those two kept going at each other for many years.
I think Roman versus Brock is kind of this generation's Cena Orton, like the two biggest stars, like this generation's Rock.
Brock was the champion, and then Roman was the champion, and they did title versus title, where Roman cost Brock, and then Brock gets it back, and then Roman's like, they work for me, and then literally where they did Last Man Standing at SummerSlam, and it was like, oh my god. And then I remember when Roman beat Cena at SummerSlam, even though I wanted Cena to beat Roman for the title. And then when we saw that happen, I was like, Roman and Cena didn't get a title rematch. And then I just noticed when Brock's music hit then and he came back, Paul Heyman's face was like, holy shit. It was like, holy crap, Brock's back. And then Roman's like, what are you, he's like, wise man, tell me, why is he back? It was like, what?
That was really good.
Yeah.
I think Roman as well.
Yeah.
Excellent. But like, I want to see, matches I kind of want to see are, I want to see Brock versus Logan.
Logan Paul versus Brock.
Yeah.
What
Brock
makes you
Lesnar
think
versus
that?
Logan Paul. I think that's going to be, also Logan Paul versus Cena I'm really excited for.
Yeah.
But I want to see Brock, just beat up Logan Paul. And maybe see Logan throwing some offense. Logan trained boxing, he could maybe throw in some punches.
He could.
I think maybe at Crown Jewel we'll see that match. If they don't run Cena versus Brock earlier.
Yeah, totally.
But I think WWE's sleeping if they don't do that match. Because, that's Logan Paul and that's Brock Lesnar. Both of them have names outside of WWE. And both are really good wrestlers. So I would love to see that match.
Totally. And plus, you got him made with Lyra versus Becky was good too. And where Bayley got involved to try to help Lyra win, but then Becky just retained against Lyra, and now Lyra can't go after the Intercontinental Championship anymore, as long as Becky's champion. I couldn't believe that. Because I was like, come on.
Yeah, I think I predicted Becky would win in our previous interview.
I think I said that, and I just don't remember, actually.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's a week after SummerSlam, so it's sometime after.
Yeah.
The Raw after...
SummerSlam.
Yeah, the Raw after SummerSlam. It was okay.
Yeah.
I think Raw, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of the weekly shows right now. I still am a big AEW fan.
Yeah,
I'm going to be watching Dynamite this Wednesday. And, if I have time,
totally.
But Saturday as well, Collision. I mean, I guess I'll ask you, have you ever watched AEW?
I've seen scenes of it, where I saw known Edge before he changed his name and everything. It's like, I'm used to calling him Edge, but I still remember those Cena Edge matches and everything. And Randy versus Cena. But AEW is not my favorite, but I feel like they got a lot of good superstars, and I feel like some of them. There's a rumor that WWE is considering trading Cena to AEW just to get a final match with Edge before he retires. And it's like, what? I don't know if I see that coming, though.
I don't think so either.
It'd be weird.
It is true, though, that we're not going to see Cena versus Edge, and they were great rivals.
Yeah, those two were.
We're not going to get to see... I mean, honestly, a hypothetical Cena on AEW would be really cool, but, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And, I just remember when the one brawl that happened with Cena and Brock was when Cena immediately came out and interrupted Brock a week after Brock interrupted Cena. And it's like, you don't interrupt the beast. And then Cena walks up to him and just slaps him across the face, brawls out, makes Cena bleed, and then the whole locker room clears to get those two separate. And it took 12 minutes to get those two separated. Those two hated each other. But I loved it at that time, and I loved it when, after Cena lost, where even though I wanted Cena to win, but also I got that prediction right where Cody would win, I loved it where the fans were embracing Cena by saying, thank you, Cena, and then boom, Brock's music hit. I was like, holy shit. Because I could not believe it. It was cool to see the fans embrace Cena, though.
Yeah. I think the big thing was, no one kind of wanted to, boo Cena in his last,
SummerSlam.
It's his last year.
Yeah.
I don't even want to see Cena leave,
Yeah.
We don't really get that, year-long retirement run from other wrestlers. And we're definitely seeing the end of the old guard where he's going to have to patch his torch.
Yeah.
I'll ask you, who do you think his last match is going to be?
Gunther, I've heard. I heard they were planning to be John Cena versus Gunther. That's what I heard. they're saying it's going to be either Gunther or Randy Orton again, possibly, or maybe Drew. But honestly, because I've heard it, I think it's going to be John versus Gunther for his final match, and then John beats Gunther.
Really?
Honestly, I think so. And
I'd like to see that.
yeah, plus, I admit, Gunther is a good wrestler, but he's a paper champion. He sucks. He tapped out. It's like, Gunther, you tapped out. The fans will let you know every day. They're going to let you know even after it. And plus, Gunther is not my favorite, honestly. He's not. But seeing Cena run to the ring and Cena saying that Brock has a John Cena problem, and how John Cena says, I will never back down from a fight, from Brock Lesnar. And he even admitted, I'm scared of Brock, but I will never back down. That's what I love about Cena, honestly.
I'd like to say, like, Cena has gone out of his way to not just be an inspiration to wrestling fans, and to be a genuine inspiration.
Yeah.
So he's had the most Make-A-Wishes fulfilled.
That's true.
He's been working literally weekly. Like, he definitely is someone who I'd want my kids looking up to. I think he's a great role model. I think he's a very good role model. He's an excellent person.
Totally. And plus the oh my goodness, I'm trying to remember that other match there was. Crap, I'm trying to remember. But like, what was it? It was not Drew and Logan versus Jelly and Randy, but oh my goodness. I'm blanking out on it, but like when you saw Stephanie McMahon announce it was over 100,899 people attended SummerSlam. It was the biggest. And I was like, my God. But it's like, you know, with the whole allegations that were happening with Vince McMahon and Brock and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to mention that.
Yeah, I really couldn't believe. I thought Brock was not going to come back. I really thought he wasn't going to come back, but I also had a feeling he was. I really didn't know if he was going to come back because of it.
I think it's more than interesting that WWE, you know, Brock Lesnar has ongoing litigation. And
Yeah.
I've seen the actual, like, you know, court receipts, like the actual things that he's done, like the things that he's said, and that's like completely inappropriate.
Yeah.
And I definitely think WWE has a ticking time bomb if if the lawsuit ends up being like, you know, fully real. Like, WWE has a PR disaster, like staring them down in the face, because like
it'll be a slap in the face.
With Janelle Grant, all respect to her and her litigation,
totally.
Case. I think Vince McMahon is probably never going to return.
Yeah, he's never going to return.
But I definitely see someone like Brock. You know, Brock is back.
Yeah.
And he's still undergoing litigation, so I have no idea. Like, I genuinely think if WWE legal, who quote unquote cleared them, they also stopped press conferences because of him. Yeah. And I just have to say, I like Brock, you know, as a performer, as an entertainer, but like as a person, you get into this, and like this guy is like, it's pretty bad stuff. Like looking at text messages, like, I don't know. I mean, I think if WWE, like, if they lose this case, if they lose the litigation, like, I think we're looking at a company like that might hurt them.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. So
honestly, yeah. And I really didn't think they were going to bring him back because of all of it. And plus, the Vince McMahon documentary I saw on Netflix, it was okay. It was really good. But when you hear about, when it first came out, I first was like I couldn't believe it. I couldn't say any words. Then when I hear Brock's name come out and John Laurinaitis, when I heard all their names come out, I was like, these people are not coming back. And then when Brock's music hit, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Are they really bringing him back? Even though he's still going through all of this. Like, he's a good wrestler, but as a person, I wouldn't say he's a good person. It's
especially if they turn out to be like true. Like, I would say, like, if they do turn out to be true, like, WWE has made a horrible mistake in bringing him back.
Yeah.
And, like, he's a married man with a wife and kids.
Yeah.
And the fact that he could be playing around with this very poor lady, I think that's unacceptable. So
And plus, she was a former worker for WWE.
Yes, former employee.
Yeah. I still couldn't believe it. It's like, I really could not believe all the allegations at first. Because it's like, and plus TKO, The Rock is in charge of it and everything. Him and Nick Khan. Nick Khan and The Rock are like the bosses of WWE now. Because they own WWE. And it's like, with The Rock and everything, it's like when I heard him say, when Vince McMahon was starting to be accused of it, TKO and The Rock and Nick Khan and all of them said, "You better resign now or we're going to fire you." And then he said, "I'm resigning." After it took 2 days, him saying, "I'm not going to resign." It's like, do you really want to mess with The Rock? It's like,
That's the final boss.
yeah. And he's the owner of it now, if you didn't know.
Yeah, I think The Rock. I really like The Rock. I look up to him as a performer, as an entertainer.
Yeah.
I think like someone like Vince McMahon is kind of, after seeing what he's done,
Yeah.
and kind of what he kind of does come off as an important like kind of piece of shit, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think he's a really funny person.
Yeah.
I enjoyed his work. I think in the '90s, especially the Attitude Era, we saw great, excellent performances from him. Very captivating television. However, like with stuff that's happened, it's just really touchy. And it puts a stain on wrestling as a whole because Vince McMahon was integral. Oh, well, created WWE, but he definitely created the modern era and wrestling as we know it. Because he didn't make the sport of wrestling, he also did not make the WWE, but he made stars, he made wrestling in its own vision, and we got to see, like, I think Vince had a better eye for talent than Triple H or TKO. Because you see, under Vince, there was, like, especially in the 2000s, so many new stars.
Yeah.
I think he has a better eye for talent, and maybe in his latter half of his career he didn't, because there was nobody. Like, Triple H, give him some slack, there was no new stars.
Yeah.
When he took over. Like, Fatu, Breaker, like...
Those two were big stars, and they still are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying coming in from Triple H's era to kind of make up for the fact that Vince didn't leave him anyone.
Yeah, totally.
So, I think Vince, he will always have his place in professional wrestling.
Yeah.
However, like, we're looking in the era past Vince. He's no longer the most powerful person in professional wrestling. We're looking at the era of someone like Triple H. We're looking at the era of Tony Khan and seeing what their visions for wrestling are.
Yeah.
And it's all very exciting. So
yeah, and plus when you heard all the WWE superstars, when the world first found out Hogan passed away, the first wrestler I heard was The Rock, Chelsea Green, and most of today's superstars. They said despite everything that he has gone through, on and out of the ring and everything, in and out of the ring, and then you could hear everyone was like everybody said, even Vince said, there will never be another Hulk Hogan, never. Plus, it's like there will never be another Vince McMahon, and plus Triple H has done really good and everything, and I admit that. Even though with some of the young talent that is starting to come in, it's definitely helping him. But like, Triple H is honestly one of the best. In my honest opinion, he's definitely a Hall of Famer. And plus, I loved it when they inducted him, Paul Heyman, and plus with everything that's gone on, it's like, plus I saw in a recent interview, Paul Heyman said, the plan with The Rock and Travis Scott and everything, that fell through because of everything that Travis Scott has done, I found out.
Very disappointing when I heard that. I like Travis Scott's music.
Yeah.
I think he's got, like, this is a music take for the people who are watching. Like, I think Travis has gotten really lazy. Like, 4x4 wasn't good. I think he dropped some new projects. I didn't like them. But, like, Rodeo, I think Utopia was actually good, though.
Yeah.
But, continuing, it's kind of sad that, like, it seems like he didn't take the WWE seriously. As seriously as it took him. This guy got featured in the main event of WrestleMania, and he got taken out of the game. Like,
Cody crossroads him.
I genuinely wonder what he did to fuck up that battle.
Yeah.
That just
That's
sounds...
what I wonder too, because it's like, I love it when you see more celebrities get involved and everything. Plus, like when we got Gunther versus Goldberg, it was so stupid that he lost to Gunther in his retirement match. I really wanted Goldberg to win, honestly.
I think it was only right Gunther won. I think Gunther is a newer star. Like, I like him and everything.
Yeah.
Like, he represents wrestling, classic wrestling.
Yeah.
Like Goldberg, honestly, he got done dirty. I think they cut off his retirement speech. That was really disrespectful. But
Yeah.
the match was everything I wanted it to be. I think it was Goldberg's most recent, like, best match.
Yeah.
So definitely good on Goldberg. Good on
Yeah.
Gunther.
And plus, those refs take a lot. They take a lot. And plus I remember LA Knight was facing Seth Rollins last night. And last Monday. And Adam Pearce roasted the crap out of Seth Rollins, saying, I can't believe you lied. And your medical staff lied to my medical staff. No superstar has ever done that. And it's like, Seth, you really just effed up. And then when Seth was so mad, I was like, good, Bron and Bronson were banned from the ringside during that match. And then when Seth was about to stomp LA Knight through the concrete, I couldn't believe it. And then when Punk came out, I was like, thank the Lord he just came out and saved LA Knight. But I thought LA Knight was about to turn heel, honestly. I really thought he was. But I also thought LA Knight was going to get really mad and start attacking Punk. But he didn't. And then they attacked Roman. And then Roman came out, and Seth's face was like, oh, shit, I thought I got rid of him. What did you think about that?
I think the Rollins, the lie was really well done. I didn't really watch that moment or segment, so definitely fun hearing it from your perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, Rollins is good. I mean, I am getting tired of his weekly, I am a visionary, I am a revolutionary, this is the vision. Like, I get kind of tired of that. So.
Yeah, totally.
I like Rollins.
Yeah. Yeah, and what do you think of, like, when at WrestleMania, when we saw Charlotte Flair and Tiffany?
I would say, like, I was really excited going into that match.
Yeah.
You know, Tiffany, like, she spoke about Charlotte's divorce.
And I was like, God damn.
She brought that up.
And they made her apologize for it.
Yeah. I mean, good. Like if you bring up, like, the divorce of a coworker, you know, just on air, like, unprompted,
Yeah.
and unwarranted,
Yeah.
like, there's no reason. Like, I think the match itself was pretty good. I remember watching it with my parents. I liked it. I think Tiffany has a lot of talent. I think Charlotte is underrated.
Yeah.
I think she's...
My friend hates her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he hates Charlotte.
Oh, wow. I mean, I'm indifferent to her.
Yeah.
I like her as a performer, but, like...
Yeah.
I would rather have, let's say, you know, Io. I'd rather have, like, Asuka. I'd rather have Rhea, or I'd rather have a Bianca. I'd rather have a Naomi. I'd rather have, like, I mean, not the shit on her, not the shit on her. Like, I'd rather have a couple more female wrestlers.
Yeah, totally.
And the entire AEW women's locker room. Like,
Yeah.
Not to say AEW's women, like, the locker room there is better than the WWE women. But, like, I think AEW is finally starting to hit its stride with its women's division, especially Mercedes and Tony.
And NXT also.
Oh, NXT is actually, I think NXT, the focus on the girls there is amazing, and I think that they're giving them a great platform and they're making the most of it. So, definitely a huge fan of the NXT women's division.
Yeah,
so,
totally.
I think WWE, like, they're definitely going to have more women's wrestling in the future just because NXT, because, like, that's the future. Like, there's a lot more there. And I think Shawn Michaels, I would love to see him get creative control of, let's say, like, SmackDown or something. See what he has to do. Because I think NXT is shockingly well booked.
Yeah.
I haven't been as invested because I think, is Oba still champion?
Yeah, he is.
I actually saw him live at Battleground.
Ah.
But with Oba, like, I think I just want to see him wrestle more. I haven't really seen him wrestle too much.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see him on the main roster pretty soon. I think he looks very interesting.
Yeah.
I just haven't really watched NXT, to be honest.
Yeah, totally. Me either and everything. And plus, I heard we're going to get possibly Nikki Bella versus Becky for the championship, I heard.
Oh, it's fun seeing Nikki Bella back. I mean, I watched her when I was a kid, but like, I haven't watched any of her new run, to be honest, dude.
Yeah.
I watched none of it.
And plus, it's like, I understand a lot of people don't like her because of what she said about WWE, and then she came back. And a lot of people are expecting AJ Lee to come back. And it's like, I don't see her coming back, though.
I like AJ Lee.
Yeah.
As a kid, I had a crush on her, but like...
Me too.
I definitely think she's never coming back. I mean, she should. I mean, I would love to see her have a retirement match.
Yeah.
I don't know if she ever will do that. But
I don't know.
I wanted to see her versus Cora Jade, but Cora Jade's no longer with the company.
Yeah, she isn't.
I'm surprised they released Toxic Attraction. I thought they would
so
be
mad.
mainstays. I thought they'd be mainstays in the main
Plus,
roster.
I was mad they released Braun Strowman, and then they released R-Truth. And then they brought him back as Ron Killings, his actual name, and then now he's back as normal R-Truth, because John Cena's back.
I think the Ron Killing stuff.
No, it's okay.
The Ron Killing stuff was definitely like just a complete misstep. I wanted to see him stay as Ron Killings, but they just didn't. Him going back to R-Truth means the Ron Killing stuff was a waste of time and pretty much only for PR. So
Yeah, totally. Plus, I do want to say thank you for doing this, and this will be on YouTube, Instagram, everything also.
yeah, I appreciate that. And I guess we're wrapping this up.
Yeah,
pretty
totally.
soon. I think that was a great interview.
Yeah.
I'd just like to say, like, sorry for being a little tired.
No,
I'm
it's
gonna
okay.
head out to work.
Me too.
But definitely, perhaps there will be a third, perhaps there won't. I mean, I
Hopefully.
only have 6 days left. I'm really wrapping up my job, so.
Wow. Yeah, and in 2 weeks from now, me and my mom will be moving to Fishkill.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you guys.
Thanks.
So we'll see if we get the twice in a lifetime.
Hopefully.
Twice in a lifetime.
Definitely. Definitely.
Thank you, Brandon.
You're welcome.
For having me on.
Yeah.
I wish you genuinely the best of luck. I think,
Definitely.
seeing your interviews, I want to see you do more. Like, I want to see you do a lot of stuff. And hearing your stories, I think you're pretty inspirational. So definitely happy for you, man.
Definitely.
And, thanks for having me on.
You're welcome.
I think we'll call it there.
Yep.